Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today, and welcome if you're new to my channel and you're here because it is Tracie Fox December Daily Advent 2024 collaboration. I'm on a day 22, filming it on the 21st of December, and this goes with the Christmas Crush bit of the story, which I listened to the other night. Very lovely. And yeah, I've been fiddling. I've picked out a couple of sheets. The kit's enormous, so much to choose from, but I kind of looked at the bit that was pertaining to the section of the story that I'm doing, and I kind of did a few bits in preparation. I thought I'd do some sort of folded tag but journaling thing. I love poinsettias. They are my favourite sort of Christmas flowers, and I love antique books, and I love a bit of a pine cones. There are other things that I thought might go with the story. I liked it because it kind of had a bit of a Scrooge feel about it. So you've got two people. You've got Frederick, whose sort of nickname is Eben because he's a bit of a bar humbug Christmas person, so he got called Eben, as in Ebenezer Scrooge. And Jasmine, somebody in the office. They're having a little party and he doesn't normally go, but he heard that Jasmine was interested in whether or not he was going, and a romance started, and it was all very lovely. So I thought what to do was basically what I thought. I kind of cut these out without knowing what the story was, because I waited until I was lazy, didn't want to read it, and sort of waited until it was being read to me like an audiobook. So cut these bits out. So I kind of thought about it being a bit like a locket. You open a locket and have pictures of the two of them on it, and I kind of looked through it and I didn't necessarily find ones that spoke to me. I prefer kind of old vintage, and they weren't too old. So then I went to one of Tracie's freebies. This is available on a Ko-fi. There's quite a number of pages, but I like this one because it had two people, and I thought, oh, we've got these two people here. They could be Frederick and Jasmine, couldn't they? So kind of looked at this. So really, basically, I don't know what I'm doing. So we're getting there. We're going to get there together. I was going to make a prototype, but I don't have time. It is the 21st of December. I have not got the time. I am really busy caring for a poorly husband at home, and yeah, that's kind of where my time is taken up. But I've sometimes he goes to sleep, and so I slip away. And this is like the third time his mum went, "Have you not finished that yet, Jez?" I went, "No, I haven't." So I wanted to back these to have some journaling. I probably won't do both of them, if I'm honest. One was going to be prototype, one was going to be the real thing. And then I remembered I've got this Christmas edition of the Radio Times, and it is from 1951, so very vintage. So I thought, oh, it might be quite fun to use some of this to back it. And so I was kind of looking for a bit that would be good. Look at that, Prince Charles, now king, and his granddad. So yeah, that's who was the king at the time of this. So I was kind of looking through and seeing if there was a bit in here that would be good to put on the back of the tag. So I kind of had a little flick through. I think I did make the decision, but that was probably 2 or 3 days ago, and I've completely forgotten what it was now. There was a bit of me, yeah, there was a bit of me that was gutted that this Radio Time starts on the 23rd, because it would have been nice if it started on the 22nd, because then I could have had the actual date from from the Radio Times on it. It doesn't start earlier than that. No, it don't. Yeah. So then I thought, oh, well, if it's not going to fall on the day of the 22nd, then why don't we just make it Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or Boxing Day? And they do have the titles. So that was one of my thoughts. So we've got Christmas Eve there. I could just take the Christmas bit. And see, what I thought was that Frederick often didn't go to any of these parties, and he preferred to just sort of sit at home and watch a bit of telly, and yeah, and not bother with all that nonsense. So I was sitting there thinking that having the Radio Times, he may well have been sat at home. That might be cool. And have sort of Christmas on one side and have a plain bit on the other that he would be, you know, we could use for a bit of journaling. That's kind of a thought of mine. Got Christmas Eve. It'd be nice if it went across, but it is, what's the centre one like? Centre one's probably Christmas. Well, that's also Christmas Eve. Oh, we could just have that little bit there, Christmas, across there. Getting some thoughts here. This is a bit. So we've got Christmas Day morning, Christmas evening, Boxing Day, definitely before Christmas, so we can't go that far, Jess. Alrighty. We've got a little bit of a party going on there, which could be sort of what's happening at their dance. But I'm thinking we might take this centerpiece. I might undo these very rusty staples so that we don't damage the paper too much, so I can get maximum, there we go, maximum use out of this. That's what we'll do. So I hope you've been enjoying the collaboration. I've caught a couple of videos. I don't really have very much time to do much. I say I am, my husband's very poorly. He's so we've got him, nursing him at home in a hospital bed in our lounge, and yeah, so between carers, nurses, and that, coming in, physios and what have you, yeah, the day sort of slips away, yeah, and you sit there and think, gosh, is it 7 o'clock already? What have we done today? What have we done? And yeah, it's hard to know. Right, I'm going to take this centerpiece, I think. That's what I want. That's what I want. And so I was thinking, always a bit dangerous, so I did think, so I'm only going to get Timus if I do that. I could put the Christmas across the top so that we've got a bit of Christmas going across there. Even if I did it that way, I'm not going to get the Eve, am I? So I could have Christmas along there, so it's on its side. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with having the Christmas on its side there. If I just hold that to light, I can kind of see a little bit. Yeah, I think that would work. I think it would work. Right. So I'm gonna get a bit of Pritt. It's not Pritt, Jez. It's my cheap version of Pritt. It's a glue stick. Pritt Stick is a brand name here in the UK. So let's do this all over. Oh, this one's nearly empty. So how's everybody's Christmas preps going on? We started, me and my son, started with a very rough shopping list. Him and his brother are going to go shopping on Monday. And so we kind of roughly, we just know, I said, I'm only interested in Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. That's what I want you to shop for. Can't think beyond that. And I can't even think of that, to be honest. And then we'll see what we're going to have. We have our traditions. So we have Christmas Eve evening dinner is Christmas puff, which is this wonderful sort of pie and puff pastry. It's vegetarian and it's just lovely. And yeah, that's not really telling you anything, but yeah, that's what we have. And we have it with new potatoes, mange tout, sort of sweet corn, and yeah, so we're having a bit of that. And I hadn't really thought about the lunchtime. That's just sort of irrelevant, because normally, like, everybody's at work. Well, Ed's usually finished. So Ed's university lecturer. Well, he's not now. He's retired out of serious ill health. But but the boys are usually both at work, so we don't need to worry about lunchtime. It's just the evening that we sort of cater for. And make sure, oh, I'll go that way, this will be simpler. Yeah, so Christmas morning we have sort of croissants and other pastries, a bit of Bucks Fizz, and then we have our Christmas dinner sort of at lunchtime. It's a late lunch actually, and it's on now, Jez. It is where it is. And then in the evening, it's just, if we even be bothered to eat, we've usually got nibbles. It's usually cheese and biscuits, nibbles, that sort of thing. And then Boxing Day, we have a cooked breakfast. That's like our lunch, brunch. And then we have a buffet in the evening. And that's it. And then I reckon the day after Boxing Day, we'll just be eating leftovers. So that is what we're buying for, and obviously alcohol, because we gotta have, that's what we like, it's a bit of alcohol. So yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna cut this down. So I am gonna get, I did have a knife there a minute ago, but I seem to not have it now. So I'm gonna go around it with a knife. I am conscious of the fact that it is still a bit wet, and that it might not cut that well. It hadn't, Jez. It hadn't. I knew it was going to do that. So don't, well, it doesn't matter if it's a bit rough at the bottom. Don't do this. Don't try and cut really old newspaper with a knife that you have just glued. It will rip. So let's go with a pair of scissors. That's much better. We'll sort that bottom out. Don't be worrying about that. Now I know there's a white bit on that, but it's going to get inked, so you won't really see that white bit. But it does, it is even with the other side, so I'm leaving it. Boxing night, or Boxing Day, is our cocktail day. So we do have cocktails. So we have that to sort out. my eldest used to work in a very famous nightclub here in Hull, very famous for their 1 pint cocktails. So he comes and he makes Spiders cocktails. Spiders is the name of the nightclub, and yeah, so usually me and my sister-in-law, who's not going to be with us this Christmas, we go, yeah, we'll have that pint, but we'll have half each. So make up the pint, but pour it into 2 half glasses. I make a wicked espresso martini, so that's usually what I like. So, and I do like a cosmopolitan, so I've got the ingredients for those, so we'll be having quite a lot of that. So there, I quite like that. So we've got Christmas there. It's the Radio Times, the home service. That is what Frederick Eben would have normally be doing. And then I was thinking we'd brighten up this side. Maybe I'm thinking I might put a little pocket there. That covers that bottom bit. And I might insert a little tag in there. I could use this. I might cut it down a little bit because that kind of matches. If I do it that side, it perfectly matches, Jez. Yeah, I might do that. And then we need something to go along the bottom here. Or I can, yeah, maybe just rip a bit of that along the bottom there. I think we might do that. Let's do that. So I want that to go on there, and I quite like, but I want to be able to see all the Christmas, so I might just rip it, rough rip it. Needs to come down a bit more because we can't see Christmas there. Yeah, that's working there. So we've got the Christmas, and got the pocket. Do you know what? Because I'd prefer it to go that way. I would prefer it to go that way. I might straighten that down like so. And we've got that gonna go there. So we're gonna take the birdie off, and we'll have it going up there. I'll do that. And I'll just take that edge there off a little bit. How are we doing on that? So then we've got a pocket going that way. Oh, that's just brilliant, Jez. Just a little bit of perfection going on there. Yeah. So this is what crafting without you thinking about it goes. So I'm thinking, you know, your day 22, if you're following along, you might have made, I know some people have done like 5 separate, like an anthology, because I think that's what it is, section, you know, journal thing. So you just need things to put in it. So this will be, I was just thinking of a little keepsake maybe for Jasmine and Fred to look back and remember that first, and maybe it was Christmas 1951. That's what I've decided. It wasn't Christmas 1951, the year they met. So this could be, I'm making it up now, literally as I go along. Their first Christmas together. And they might have a little keepsake book And so they've cut out a bit from the Radio Times, which if you're not British, then you won't know what it is. The Radio Times is the publication that tells you what's on telly. There are loads of publications now that tell you what's on telly, but I think the Radio Times was the original. And it's what we always bought as children. Well, when I was a child, I didn't buy it. It's what my parents bought. And it was always exciting when we got it, because it's like, oh, let's see what's on at Christmas. And it was, they always did a 2-week bumper issue. So you had Christmas and New Year together. Normally it's weekly, but we had 2 weeks of it. And it was just great. It was really exciting to think what's going to be on. And the thing is, it was always the same. Every year it was exactly the same. So, you know, I don't know why we were so excited, because, you know, there's always The Wizard of Oz. There's always a Bond movie. And then you'd have rubbish. And it was somebody in the comments, because when I showed my haul with this Radio Times, said, oh, Jason and the Argonauts. What on earth's that ever got to do with Christmas? But yeah, and I was like, yeah, you're right. They were. That was on. I remember. So, and you'd always have like Blue Peter using their advent calendar with the coat hangers covered in tinsel, and they had real candles in it. They set light to, and it's a wonder that houses didn't burn down all over the UK from people having made these massively dangerous fire hazards. But yeah. Oh, you're going to be a bit clogged for me, aren't you? It's really useful. So I just pricked my finger. What an idiot. So crafting is a dangerous thing. There we are. Let's try not to bleed all over your project, Jess. You're still not wanting to come out, are you? I literally haven't crafted for I don't know how long. Well, I did a collaboration project for another collaboration last week, I think it was. Oh no, it was 7th, I think. Yeah, 7 swans are swimming, that's what I did. And yeah, I haven't crafted since. So there we are. There we go. Had lots of visitors because it's so poorly. Lots of people, his brothers and sisters, his mum, his dad, all wanting to come and see him. So, but thankfully they kind of turn up and they bring food. So they've made the lunch, and you know, and they've made an evening meal. So, you know, and then sometimes they've left food for the next day, which is just really thoughtful and lovely. So there we have a bit of that. I wanted to put a tag in there, wasn't I? So I was going to cut this down. So we'll keep it that height, but we want to come in. We want to come in a bit. So might take that much off. Will that be good? I might take a smidge more off. So we've got that. Ooh. Where's the bit off the top that I took. Oh, it's not quite right. Is that the same? Yeah, so we can use that on that side so that I get the top the same-ish. It's all very ish. Yeah. Yeah. That's worked. That's worked a treat. So this needs to be stuck down to something. And here I might have a bit of card or something I can stick it down to. Let me just a goosey gander at what I can. Ooh. Is that big enough? Oh, just about. It's a nice double thickness of brown paper packaging. That'll make a nice thick card. Yes, it will. Nice thick card there, Jess. Let's have a little bit of glue paper. Glue that all down. That's dead. That's a dead glue stick, Jess. So do this one. Yeah. So I normally make a Christmas journal at Christmas, and well, I haven't this year. So I've done a couple of Christmas projects. Well, two. This one, which isn't even finished, and the one for the other collaboration, but I haven't actually had time to do a journal because of circumstances. I haven't written a single Christmas card because I don't feel like it, and I always make my Christmas cards. I could have gone out and bought some, but that totally goes against being a crafter. No way I'm buying Christmas cards. So yeah, they just didn't get sent. So that was that. But I don't think anybody who knows me is expecting a card anyway, and perfectly understands why they're not getting one. So I'm not stressing about it. So where's me? There we go. I want to just wipe that off a bit. So I'm not doing anything much beyond what Tracie has made. Now that's curling a bit, but it will flatten down if I leave it under something hard. So, well, not hard, heavy. I totally can't get my words out. I totally can't spell. James was watching me write my shopping list, and I was trying to write Bucks Fizz, and I think I wrote it B-U-X for Bucks, and he's just looking at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but my brain just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. So there we go. Have I mentioned we started watching Gavin and Stacey? Now, who is excited about the Gavin and Stacey special? Well, will you believe that up until the night before last, I haven't watched a single episode of Gavin and Stacey. And so we thought, Ed's brother had come to visit, and he said, oh, you've got to watch it, it's so funny. And so we watched episode 1, season 1, and we just laughed all the way through it. So then we went, oh, let's watch episode 2, and we laughed all the way through that. And last night we watched 3 and 4. We're sort of working out how many we'd have to watch each day to get to it before the Christmas special. So I think we're a bit behind what we've got to do, but we're going to give it a jolly good go. I mean, it doesn't matter if we don't watch it on Christmas Day, we can watch it a couple of days later. But yeah, we are enjoying it. Very silly, very funny, very bit rude in places, but hilarious nevertheless. So there we go, we've got a little bit of a tag going on there. I'm liking you. So that could have a little memory about them meeting on it. I'm not going to stick it in the pocket because it still needs to stick down. We've got a bit of, to be fair, that could be written on the back, so I may not do very much with that. At the front, see, I've got the book because I was thinking at one point in his life he would have stayed at home, watched telly and read a book. So that would have been his life. Could stick it down on there, maybe. I don't know. I cut it out, I fussy cutted it. You kind of think that's really effortless, not effortless, effortful, and that you kind of want to use it. So we need something on the back of that, behind that rather. Am I gonna pick out my grungy tissue again that I made? Because that'll stand out on it. Maybe so, Jess. Maybe so. Really simple to make this grungy tissue. I do have one of my quick tip videos, probably the last quick tip video I did, was making this grungy tissue, and I have then used it in quite a few projects. It's covering up a lot of what I liked about the background of this tag, but I think that kind of works quite well. Maybe take a bit off the bottom there. That is quite cool and nice. Yeah, I do kind of want to put the book there somewhere. Let's get this down. Let's commit. I want to commit to that because I'll only change my mind now. Can I glue stick it? It's tissue. A bit worried about ripping it. I'm going very gentle. Sticky, sticky. And I'm going to do a bit of that. Stick it down. Stick you down. Where's my little card? There we go. I think that works quite nicely on that bit there. And then stick you down on the top. Might grab a bit of book page lace. Behind it. Make it stick out a bit better. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so, Jess. I might grab my favourite cheesecloth. I might get a Christmas word. I got some Christmas words. I made some Christmas words. I've got a few things I thought I'd put up as freebies on my Ko-fi. I'll get round to it. It was my birthday last month, and I finally got myself a birthday present. Ed, not in a fit state to buy me anything. He said, oh, do you mind buying yourself something? Oh, yeah, I could do that. So I bought something I was going to buy myself some perfume actually, some, yeah, real treat, expensive perfume. And then I got a care package from Ed's cousin and wife, full of stuff for me. People always sending stuff for him, but they sent it to me, which was lovely. And in it was a really nice bottle of expensive perfume. So it's like, well, I don't need a second bottle. So I spent actually slightly less than I was going to spend on the perfume. Bought an Apple pencil, and so I can, because I put Photoshop on my iPad, and I thought sometimes, well, I did it when he was in hospital, just sit there for ages next to his bed and he's fast asleep, nothing for me to do. So I thought I've been sort of working on Photoshop, and it was like, oh, if I had an Apple pencil it would be so much easier. So I bought one, and yeah, and I just did a quick make, and I thought, oh, I'll just put that up as a freebie. Nothing special, but it was a nice little play. There we are. I'm trying desperately to finish my kit I started in September. Might be in October, I can't remember. Anyway, that's gone by the by as well, but it'll come out. It wasn't Christmas themed. I wasn't daft enough to go with a Christmas themed one. Right, there we go. Right, so what I'm thinking, we need a picture of them. So there's a bit of me that thinks go for that, because that's more like a photograph. These are like drawings, so I am kind of liking that one. So these are freebies on Tracie's Ko-fi. Pull these out, quite sharp. I don't think I want the whole of it, but I'm just... They aren't actually Christmas flowers, Jess, so you definitely don't want that. So that's them meeting. It does a bit look like it's their wedding, actually, Jess, but you know. Quite like that. Needs a frame around it. So let's have a little look, see. Like that, all blends nicely together. But I want something around that to make it pop. So I've got this bit of paper. Right, I might rip that up a little bit more. maybe a little bit more of and then it's got that lacy bit matching that. Might do that. Might do that, Jess. Yeah, I like that. I think I like you. You're coming out a bit globby. Globby lobby. You'll do. You'll do. Stick that down on there. There we are. Liking that. To go in there. Like so. A little bit of a Christmas memory. And I might just put a clip on there. Have I got a little clip to clip it down? What are they? They are the little clips you're thinking of. Shall I have? Yeah, we'll have that one. One. And we could just have that held together with a clip, and as if it was just standing up on the mantle to then be discovered, to open up as a reminder of Christmas 1951, where they met at the dance, and then they could write their little memory on there. Yeah, I like that. Now we need some labels, Jez. Need some labels and some doodahs. That's what we need. I mean, actually, oh. So that could hold together on the side there, and then we could have a different library clip, bigger library clip on the top, and then I don't have to worry about decorating of the top. Oh, do you know, I love it when a plan comes together. There we go. So I want some nice words. Where are my Christmas words? Found these words. Oh, joy to the world, because I'm sure they probably felt joy to the world, meeting each other at that Christmas party. So, shall I have that? These aren't the Christmas words I wanted, but they sadly are the ones I've got. So, I think that'll set that off nicely on the front. I'll have a bit of this, a bit of this to go across it. Yeah. Cut you down there. It's now too long, Jess. It's better too long, too short. No, you're not wrong there. Come off there. That'll do. That will do. So, you need a bit of glue on there, and then we'll go across there. You're actually getting glue on there, Jess. No idea, really. There we go. Bit of that. Bit of that there. Stick that down there. Is that what you want? Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll have a bit of glue along this. You're going to ooze so much, Jez, if you don't sort that out. Okay. There we go. Like that. So then we take these off, open it up. I want a little bit of something there. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And a bit of Yuletide. Bit of Yuletide going on there. That'll do. Otherwise we'll be here forever. I am thinking I need a bit of a Tracie label somewhere. I got some I made earlier. Let's have a little look. These are all made with Tracie's stamps. Got a video on making these if you missed it. This is stamped on a antique ledger. Stick that on there. Don't think I want that one. What else have we got? Some teeny tiny ones. Because they are at an office party. Filed under Yuletide. Yuletide cock, I speak. Cannot speak. Oh, what about identification? I do quite like the way that red looks there. But then I'm not sure that I want the Merry Christmas. Is there another red? Identification. Christmas. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Did like the look of the other one though. Not gonna lie. I might do that actually. Yeah, because that's the wrong colour. But we'll do that. We're going for that, Jez. That's what we're going to do. Did I actually think around that? Because I stamped in black. Didn't really think I needed it. Yeah, there we go. I think we've got there in the end. So we have a bit of Joy to the World on the front there. Open it up. Little souvenir from the first Christmas they met. There they are at the dance, or even later on their wedding day. And they probably had a Christmas wedding because they met at Christmas. And then they've got room to write their little memories and stick anything else in the pocket that they want. They could add something on the back there, and then it all closes up nice and neatly. I guess we don't need this little one. I'm putting it on anyway because I got it out. And that is my little Christmas crush, December the 22nd or day 22 project using Tracie Fox's December, what's it called? I've got it written on there. December Daily Advent 2024 massive kit. I'll link everything down below. Link to Tracie's advent calendar so you can go and check everybody out. And yeah, I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, happy Christmas everyone. See you all again soon. Bye for now.